What if that the most celebrated drink in human history, the one sprayed at Formula One podiums, popped at weddings, handed to royalty on silver trays, was a mistake? Not just any mistake, made by monks in a cold, damp cave in the middle of nowhere, France. What you're looking at is a rotting grape juice, trapped gas in a fancy bottle. And somehow, the world decided this was worth more than a month's rent. So today the luxury question is, why does fermented fruit and carbon dioxide cost what it costs? Let's rewind. 1600s France. Northeast corner, a region called Champagne. And no, it wasn't named after the drink. The drink got named after it. Wine country. Quiet, cold, deeply Catholic wine country. There was a monk here, a cellar master at the Abbey of Hautevillers named Dom Pérignon. Perignon gets credited with inventing champagne, which is not quite right. Here's what he was actually doing. He was trying to stop the bubbles. Back then, bubbles in wine meant something went wrong. It was a defect, an embarrassment. The Champagne region was cold. Every winter, fermentation in the barrels would just stop. The yeast went dormant. Then spring came, warmth crept back in, and the yeast woke up, hungry in an already sealed bottle, and started producing carbon dioxide with nowhere to go. Result? Bottles exploding in the cellar. Workers wore iron masks to walk in there. This wasn't romantic. This was a liability. But some bottles survived. And the wine inside those bottles? It was sparkling. And the monks noticed something strange. The bubbles didn't taste bad. They tasted electric. The French did not throw this away. They sold it to the English. The English absolutely lost it. They called it the devil's wine because of how violently the bottles went off. And yet they couldn't stop buying it. By the late 1600s, sparkling wine from the Champagne region was the drink of English aristocracy. Then the French royal court caught on too. King Louis XIV, Versailles, that crowd. Overnight, champagne wasn't a mistake anymore. It was a status symbol. Once French nobility got hold of it, champagne moved fast. By the 1700s, the great houses were open for business. Moet in 1743, Veuve Clicquot in 1772, Ruinart even earlier in 1729. Not just wineries, brands. And they all understood the same thing. Champagne wasn't a drink. It was a ceremony. You don't just drink it, you pop it, you pour it, you toast with it. Napoleon Bonaparte put it best. In victory, you deserve champagne. In defeat, you need it. Still true, still very true. But here's the problem. Even as champagne conquered Europe, the product was a mess. Bottles were inconsistent. Sweetness was everywhere. Sediment made it murky and unpleasant to drink. Then one woman fixed it, Barbe Nicole Clicquot, known to history as the Widow Clicquot. At 27, she took over her late husband's champagne house. This was a time when women couldn't legally own most businesses in France. She didn't care. She invented riddling, slowly rotating and tilting each bottle over weeks so the dead yeast sediment migrated down into the neck. She didn't just save champagne, she built what champagne is today. So how does it actually get made? It starts with only 3 grapes. Chardonnay, bright, crisp, lemony. Pinot Noir, a red grape, believe it or not, adds body and backbone. And Pinot Meunier, the reliable one, fruity, round, fills in the gaps, harvested by hand every single year. Then comes the method. Step 1, first fermentation. The juice becomes a still base wine, bone dry. Step 2, assemblage. The cellar master blends wines from different grapes, different vineyards. sometimes different years, pure instinct and memory. Step 3, second fermentation in the bottle. A small hit of sugar and yeast goes in, called the liqueur de tirade. The yeast eats the sugar, kicks out carbon dioxide, and now that gas is trapped. Those are your bubbles. Step 4, aging on lees. The wine sits on top of dead yeast for a minimum of 15 months. Vintage bottles go 3 years or more. Step 5, riddling. Each bottle gets slowly rotated and tilted. By hand, it took 6 to 8 weeks. Today, machines called gyro pallets knock it out in a few days. Step 6, disgorgement. The neck gets flash frozen. The cap pops off. The plug of a frozen sediment shoots out. Then the dosage, wine mixed with sugar, goes in to set the final sweetness. Step 7, cork, cage, wait. Then it ships. You buy it. You pop it at midnight. And somewhere in that bottle is between 15 months and 3 years of patience. That's why it costs what it costs. Not all champagne is the same, and the label tells you everything, starting with sweetness from driest to sweetest. Brut nature, also called zero dosage. No sugar added. Raw, sharp, nothing to hide behind. Extra brut, barely sweet. Wine nerd's favorite. Brut. The one you know. Most champagne you've ever had? It's Brut. Extra dry. Confusingly, actually sweeter than Brut. The name lies? Demi-sec. Noticeably sweet. Pair it with dessert? And do. Very sweet. Rare now, but this was the original style. Now by what's in the bottle. Non-vintage. Blended across multiple years, the house's signature. Vintage. One exceptional harvest, only made in good years. Blanc de Blanc, 100% Chardonnay, light and precise. Blanc de Noir, all red grapes, white wine, richer and fuller. Rosé, pink, a little bit party, and the one everyone secretly orders. Prestige Cuvée, the top shelf. Dom Pérignon, Cristal, Krug, the ones that make your credit card flinch. So next time you hear that pop, next time those bubbles climb the glass, you're holding the result of a cold, accidental cellar in 17th century France, a monk who never wanted the bubbles, and a widow who refused to let the whole thing fall apart. Champagne isn't just grape juice with a lot of nerve. It's a few hundred years of stubbornness, science, and very good taste. Now, are you going to keep sipping it, or are you going to let it go flat